Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
In this video, we will follow the former alignment of US 6 from its western endpoint in Long Beach into Los Angeles, California. US 6 was one of the original US highways planned in 1925 and was then confined mostly in Pennsylvania and New England. Through a series of route extensions, it was extended in 1931 all the way westward to Colorado, and in 1937 was extended into California southwest of Basalt, Nevada. Although it is mostly an east-west oriented highway, it ran primarily north-south from Basalt all the way to Wilmington and Los Angeles, before turning east towards Long Beach. The exact western endpoint of US 6, also known as the Grand Army of the Republic Highway, is apparently not so easy to answer. Some sources indicate that it started at this traffic circle on the east end of Long Beach, but I could find no map evidence to suggest this. Other sources indicate that it ended at the intersection of Long Beach Boulevard and Ocean Boulevard, where the 1953 Grand Army encampment route ended and where this historic plaque was originally installed. Per a 1952 California Transit map found on usns.com and linked in the comments, the western endpoint of US 6 and southern endpoint of US 91 were both at the intersection of the Pacific Coast Highway and Atlantic Boulevard, which, at the time, carried the California 15 designation. That is where we will start our journey northbound, or eastbound, or westbound, depending on how you look at it. Some maps from the late 1940s indicate that US 91 continued westbound at least as far as this intersection with Locust Avenue. When the California 15 designation was moved from Atlantic Boulevard to the Long Beach Freeway around 1960, the endpoints of both US 6 and US 91 shifted westward to the intersection between the freeway and the Pacific Coast Highway. Apparently we have to sit here a while for all this traffic, these invisible cars, ghost cars as Chief Wiggum calls them, and there's a whole lot of them. We really need to sit here. This bridge over the Los Angeles River and its current interchange with the freeway were built at about the same time that the endpoint of US 6 was moved to the western side of the freeway interchange. Crossing the 710. I believe it's the Long Beach Freeway. Appropriate enough. Los Angeles. Street. There's actually a street intersection on this overpass. Wilmington, I think. Eventually turn right on Figueroa, which actually took US 6 all the way into downtown Los Angeles in an intersection with the Arroyo Seca. Over in the right lane, but I think it might end before I need to do something. Apparently it doesn't, or at least not here. Somebody right on my tail through all of that. Hopefully they'll go ahead and pass me here. There they go.
In 1/2 mile, turn right on Figueroa Street.
Some maps from the mid to late 1950s show US 6 using Wilmington Boulevard, Main Street, and Moneta Avenue northbound out of Wilmington to a now non-existent junction with Figueroa. This intersection would have been very close to the modern-day junction of the 110 and the 405 in Carson. Other maps from the early 1960s seem to contradict that information, displaying US 6 reaching Wilmington on Figueroa Street.
Okay, that's not... Where is it? No, frigate. Okay, I'll turn right before
Some sources indicate that the original 1937 endpoint of US 6 was at the intersection of the Pacific Coast Highway and Figueroa Avenue, while maps from 1940 and later clearly show that US 6 was by then extended eastward into Long Beach. This intersection was shifted slightly to the east when the Harbor Freeway was extended into the area by 1962.
Alright, so this is Figueroa. I'm not certain that I'm going to stay on this street. I may wind up trying to hop on 110 up here somewhere, simply due to time constraints. Try to get on there and then get back off again in downtown LA.
Turn right at the stop sign, then make a U-turn.
There's nothing there. All right, 17 miles. Figures.
Continue on Figueroa Street.
What city was I in when that happened? It was in Texas. Amarillo, I think. Amarillo. Not bad.
In the next video, we will pick up the former alignment of US 6 in University Park, Los Angeles, and follow it northbound into Glendale, California. Please check the video description below for links to several online resources that made this trip and video possible. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now.